So I'm taking my second walk in our new house. I'm exploring this path. There's like a tractor over here, so I apologize for that noise. That up there is our street, or it's like the street next to our street. And someone said there was a little path coming down here, so I'm not sure if it like goes into the forest or just down this big giant field, but it's an interesting one. I don't know if I'll go on this one regularly because I kind of like being all tucked into nature, but it is nice to see the mountains. And when I was a little bit up higher, I could see the mountains. So I'm slowly getting used to this new place. It's only a mile away from our other house, which is, seems a little silly, but it feels like a whole new world. Just slowly settling in. I have so much unpacking to do, but I was like, you know what? I love my walk, and I'm just going to go ahead and take the walk, and I'm going to keep reminding myself that the packing is not urgent. Like, we have food and toothbrushes, and we can keep wearing the same 3 shirts that we have unpacked, and yeah, it'll settle in over time. And I'm just really loving lately taking more and more opportunities to remind myself that the idea that when I get this next thing done, I'll feel better, or that I can relax when I get the next thing done, or when I get done everything that's on the list. Just like continuing to remind myself that that's just a lie. I don't know who made it up or why. These trees are big. So pretty. I don't know what they taught us that for. I mean, I guess, like Quasi says, like the biggest like way to disempower someone is to keep them unconscious. And if we're always in that like past future, like, I didn't get this thing done, so I need to feel bad about myself, or I haven't got this thing done, and so I can't do anything until I do, then we're never going to be conscious. And if we're not conscious, then we can't access our creative power. And he uses the word conscious, but maybe I would say, like, if we're not in a defense state. Because more and more I'm realizing that the main difference between a defense state, so sympathetic or dorsal, mobilized or immobilized, and ventral, the safe and connected, the main difference is when you're in a defense state, you're in the past or future, because there can only be a threat if like something's about to happen or something just happened. But when you're in ventral, you're in the present moment. There's nothing that is like coming for you, and there's nothing that just happened. You're just safe right here. So the difference between defense state and safe and calm or ventral state is really like, are you in the present moment? And so maybe that's what consciousness is like, are you in the present moment? And that sounded for my whole life like such a vague thing. Like, well, I don't know. How do I get in the present moment? What do you mean? And like every wisdom tradition is like, be in the present moment, be here now. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean? Because our thoughts are always, it seems like thoughts are most of the time in the past or the future. So how do we allow for those thoughts to be there and connect with the present moment? And it just seems like one of the most straightforward ways is just to connect with your senses and connect with your body, which is connecting with your senses. So what can you see, hear, taste, touch, smell? And and how that brings you into the consciousness. There's a dragonfly. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like this does go into a little foresty, so maybe it is worth it. Let's see how far this goes. And it is kind of nice that it's like not super grassy. It's pretty mowed down, so I could probably not worry about ticks coming out here. Okay, I can get on board with this. Pretty. So yeah, so I can connect in with my senses, to connect in with my consciousness, and then in that connected present moment place, I have access to my executive functioning, where I can actually make some good decisions about things. Not good decisions, because I don't want to put like a good bad on it, but I can make some decisions when I'm actually like have all of my resources at my disposal. Whereas when I'm in defense, then I'm just going to be like, have such a limited perspective, and I'm going to be making decisions out of the, just focusing on the threat. I don't know what I started talking about. I'm a little bit like taken by this beautiful foresty moment, so I'm just going to enjoy and appreciate it. I love you all so much.